A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Teddy Roosevelt. Life is life, and one has experiences that are painful and some that are very pleasant. And one has reward and sacrifice, and more reward and disappointment, and joy and happiness, and it's always going to be the same. Mel Gibson. Here I sit, broken-hearted. I came to shit, but only farted. Ancient redneck proverb. Recently, Walter and Donny suffered near catatonic disappointment when they drove all the way out to Garand Ram Ranch, only to realize upon arriving and prepping gear that they forgot ammo. For 20 minutes, Donny walked in circles, contemplating suck-starting his beloved Austrian Tupperware. Walter sat and threw a stick for Tim, staring blankly off into the undulating hills. Eventually, Walter and Donny reconvened and decided to assess their options. Walter pointed out that with one of their handy ranging cards and mill reticle, they could salvage the day and practice ranging targets passively. Hell, shooting's the easy part. Estimating range and wind calls is what separates the amateurs from the ringers. And what are we, Donny? Donny did not reply, knowing that this question was more rhetorical than practical. Where were the adversaries? Walter said, assuring Donny, but more importantly, himself. Walter would like to take this opportunity to offer bowlers some insight into how to use the subject security ranging card, as well as offer up an idea for how to practice bowling when ammo is scarce, forgotten at home, or when making noise is off the table. If so obliged, a bowler could practice this from a van parked outside the local IRS field office, but Walter wouldn't recommend that for obvious reasons. Subject Security LLC makes ranging cards in all flavors and varieties. Mils, MOA, meters, inches, and yards. For the sake of today's video, we will be doing a deep dive into the meters, mils, and inches card. But first, Donny needs to take some measurements. On the front of the card, a bowler will find 34 items common to North America. These items are organized in a grid, from smallest to largest, with dimensions in height and width. On the back, the table breaks down distances in meters by size and mils for 24 objects, ranging from 6 inches to 144 inches. With a tape measure, a bowler can measure objects in their area of operation and use the table on the back, even if the items are not on the front of the card. The beauty of the ranging card is that it simplifies the ranging formula. In this case, known size in inches times constant divided by the size of the object in your mill reticle equals distance in meters, into a table where you can quickly range without doing math. Traditionally, bowlers would have to do long division or use a calculator to get a ranging solution with this equation. Now, a bowler can just measure in their reticle and use the table on the back of the card. It's so easy, even little Larry could do it. Armed with measurements of a few regular objects, along with one irregular dimension, Walter, Donny, and their trusted companion Tim, a Springer Spaniel, headed into the hills to practice ranging. As groups of quails spread in their wake, Walter and Donny began to forget the pain and embarrassment of forgetting their beloved 77-grain open-tip match ammo, and instead focused on the job at hand, ranging targets passively and accurately. One target at 2.4 mils and one at 1.8.
Thing's fucking on,
That's
dude.
about 300 and 400 meters. Bowlers often get caught up with the notion that they can buy their way out of a software problem by upgrading their hardware. Oh, I can't get hits. Try this weapon-mounted rangefinder that CAG is using that costs more than a used pickup or your sister's bolt-ons. Yes, of course we take credit cards. Well, let Walter assure you that once you range a target passively with the Subject Security Ranging Card, take a shot and hear the sweet sound of impact, your Johnson will be as hard as it was back in Saigon 68 after Walter blew his reenlistment bonus on Mai Tais and a 3-night binge at a bordello ran by a half-French expatriate named Chloe. Oh, that Chloe. These days, due to his age and high blood pressure, milling targets and getting hits is just about the only way Walter can achieve this level of excitement. Give it a chance. If you will it, it is no dream.